There is a truth that resonates with universal wisdom. What you want has already found its way to you. It may seem invisible, intangible, or far off, but the moment you desired it, the wheels of manifestation were set in motion. Belief is the foundation upon which all things are built. It is the silent architect behind the scenes, shaping the realities we experience. When you believe in something deeply, when you truly hold it in your heart as a certainty, you set forces into motion that are unseen but undeniably powerful. This belief, in its purest form, acts as a magnet, drawing to you the things that you seek. It is not simply a passive state of mind, rather, it is an active force that interacts with the universe at every level. When you believe, you begin to create an energetic frequency within yourself that aligns with the very thing you desire. This frequency communicates with the world around you, sending signals that influence circumstances, opportunities, and people to come into your life. But this is not just about desire or wishful thinking, it is about faith. Faith is the bedrock of belief. It is the unwavering certainty that no matter what appears in front of you, what you believe will ultimately come to pass. It is the quiet, persistent assurance that keeps you going, even when the evidence around you might suggest otherwise. Belief is not confined to positive outcomes either. Unfortunately, many people fall into the trap of believing in their limitations. They believe that they are unworthy, that success is only for others, or that life is destined to be a struggle. And just as positive belief attracts good things, negative belief also creates its own reality. When you believe in your fears or doubts, you unconsciously shape your life to reflect those very limitations. The mind does not discriminate between positive and negative beliefs, it simply acts on the energy and emotion behind them. Therefore, belief, whether uplifting or limiting, shapes our lives in profound ways. The power of belief lies in its ability to shape perception. Perception, in turn, shapes reality. When you believe in something, you begin to see the world through that lens. Your mind filters information based on what you expect to see. For instance, if you believe that the world is full of opportunities, you will naturally notice opportunities where others might only see obstacles. You will be drawn to circumstances and people that align with this worldview, and in return, those opportunities will find their way to you. On the contrary, if you believe that life is a constant battle, your mind will filter the world in a way that confirms this belief. Even when positive things happen, you may disregard them, focusing instead on the struggles and hardships. This is where the concept of self-fulfilling prophecy comes into play. Our beliefs create a loop. We believe something to be true, and because of this belief, we act in ways that bring about the very result we expect. If you believe you are destined for success, your actions will reflect confidence and determination. You will take risks, seize opportunities, and persevere through challenges. People will notice this confidence, and opportunities will be drawn to you. Conversely, if you believe you are doomed to fail, you may approach life with hesitation and fear. This hesitance often leads to missed opportunities and self-sabotage, which only further confirms your belief in failure. One of the most critical aspects of belief is that it is a choice. While it may feel like our beliefs are hardwired into us, the truth is that we can change them at any time. Beliefs are not static, they are dynamic and can be shaped through intention and practice. The first step in harnessing the power of belief is to become aware of what you truly believe, both consciously and unconsciously. Many of our beliefs are inherited from our environment, society, or upbringing, and we often carry them without even realizing it. These beliefs shape our self-image, our expectations, and ultimately our reality. To shift limiting beliefs, one must first question their validity. Ask yourself, is this belief serving me? Does it empower me or hold me back more often than not? You will find that the beliefs that limit you are based on fear or past experiences, not on the truth of what is possible. Once you identify a limiting belief, you can begin the process of replacing it with a more empowering one. This takes time, but through repetition and practice, new beliefs can take root. The key is to act as though the new belief is already true, even before you have evidence to support it. This is the essence of faith. When you hold a belief so firmly that you act on it with confidence, the world begins to shift in response. Your actions, your thoughts, and your energy all align with this new belief, and as a result, you start to see evidence of it in your life. This process may feel uncomfortable at first, because it requires you to step out of your comfort zone. You are, in essence, choosing to believe in something that is not yet visible. But this is the very nature of belief. It precedes the manifestation of what is to come. Another important aspect of belief is that it influences the way others perceive and interact with you. People are highly intuitive, often picking up on the subtle cues of confidence or doubt in others. When you believe in yourself and your goals, this confidence radiates outward, and people respond to it. They are more likely to trust you, to offer opportunities, and to support your endeavors. Conversely, if you approach situations with self-doubt or fear, people may sense this hesitation and respond accordingly. Your belief, or lack thereof, can either open doors or close them. But belief is not just about external success, it also impacts your internal state of being. When you believe in something wholeheartedly, it provides a sense of purpose and direction. It gives you the strength to persevere when things get tough, because you know that what you want is on its way. This inner conviction creates resilience. Challenges and setbacks are seen not as signs of failure, but as stepping stones on the path to success. When you believe in the inevitability of your desires, you are less likely to give up when things don't go according to plan. Instead, you adapt, learn, and keep moving forward. Moreover, belief has a direct impact on your emotional well-being. Positive beliefs generate positive emotions. When you believe that good things are coming, you naturally feel more hopeful, optimistic, and motivated. This creates a positive feedback loop. Your positive emotions fuel your actions, and your actions create positive outcomes, which reinforce your belief. This cycle of belief, emotion, and action becomes a powerful engine for manifesting what you desire. In contrast, negative beliefs create negative emotions. Doubt, fear, and pessimism arise from beliefs that limit your potential. These emotions drain your energy, making it difficult to take the necessary actions to achieve your goals. Over time, these negative beliefs can lead to feelings of frustration, hopelessness, and even despair. This is why it is so important to cultivate beliefs that empower and uplift you, rather than those that hold you back. Timing and patience are fundamental forces in the unfolding of our lives, intricately connected to how our desires manifest. We often set our sights on a particular goal or dream and want it to materialize immediately. But life rarely works according to our schedule. Instead, it operates on its own timing, guided by forces beyond our control or understanding. The key is to develop patience and trust that everything we desire will come to us when the time is right, not when we demand it. One of the most important lessons we can learn is that everything we desire is already in motion, but it arrives at the perfect time. It's like planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day to check its progress. Instead, you trust that beneath the soil, it is germinating and growing, even though you cannot see it. Life works the same way. Often the things we want are already on their way to us, but they need time to develop and come to fruition. This period of waiting can feel like nothing is happening, but in reality, things are shifting and aligning for our benefit behind the scenes. When we desire something deeply, it's easy to become impatient. We want it now, or we want to see evidence that it's coming. This impatience often stems from a lack of trust in the process. We doubt that the universe is working in our favor, or we fear that if it doesn't happen quickly, it won't happen at all. This creates tension and anxiety, which can actually push away the very thing we want. Patience, on the other hand, is a form of surrender. It's trusting that what you desire is making its way to you, even if you can't see immediate results. There is a natural rhythm to life, a flow that we often overlook in our fast-paced world. We live in an era of instant gratification, where we expect things to happen on demand. But the universe doesn't operate on human schedules. There are seasons in life, just as there are in nature. There is a time for planting, a time for growth, and a time for harvest. Everything happens in cycles, and there is great wisdom in allowing life to unfold at its own pace. The challenge for many of us is learning to live in harmony with this timing. We may feel frustrated when things aren't happening quickly enough, or we may compare our journey to others and wonder why we aren't where they are. This comparison only leads to more impatience and often causes us to act out of fear or frustration. But when we step back and recognize that our journey is unique, we can begin to appreciate the timing of our own life. What is meant for us will not pass us by. It may not arrive when we expect, but it will arrive when the conditions are right for it to flourish. Patience is not passive, it is active faith. It requires a mindset shift from focusing on the absence of what you want to trusting that it is already on its way. In the space between desiring something and receiving it, we are given an opportunity to grow. Often the period of waiting is when the most profound internal work takes place. We develop resilience, gain clarity, and become better prepared to receive what we want. If everything came to us instantly, we would miss out on the lessons that come with waiting. It's important to understand that delays do not mean denial. Just because something hasn't arrived yet doesn't mean it won't come. Sometimes what we desire needs time to develop. Other times we ourselves are not quite ready to receive it. We may need to grow in certain areas, or life may need to shift in ways we can't foresee. This is why trusting in divine timing is so important. What may seem like a delay is often life's way of preparing us for something even greater than we imagined. In the meantime, patience allows us to live fully in the present. When we are constantly focused on the future and what we want, we often overlook the beauty of the present moment. Patience brings us back to the now, reminding us that life is happening right here, right now. There is joy, growth, and fulfillment to be found in the waiting. Instead of viewing this period as a gap between where you are and where you want to be, see it as a crucial part of the process. Each moment, each step, is preparing you for what's to come. Patience also teaches us to let go of control. We live in a world where we are conditioned to believe that we must control every aspect of our lives. We make plans, set timelines, and expect things to unfold exactly as we want them to. But life is unpredictable, and the more we try to control it, the more resistance we create. Patience is about surrendering this need for control and trusting in a higher plan. It's about recognizing that there are forces at work far greater than our own understanding. When we let go of the need to control every detail, we open ourselves up to possibilities we may have never considered. One of the most profound aspects of timing and patience is the understanding that sometimes what we want isn't what we need. We may have our hearts set on a particular outcome, but life may have something even better in store for us. Patience allows us to remain open to these possibilities. It teaches us to trust that the universe knows what is best for us, even when we cannot see it. Often when we look back on our lives, we realize that the things we wanted so desperately were not in alignment with our highest good. In hindsight, we see that life gave us something far better than we could have ever imagined. Patience also requires faith in ourselves. We must trust that we are capable of navigating the journey, no matter how long it takes. It's easy to lose faith when things don't happen as quickly as we want them to. We begin to doubt our abilities, question our worth, and wonder if we are deserving of what we desire. But patience reminds us that we are enough, just as we are. It teaches us that our worth is not determined by how quickly we achieve our goals, but by our ability to persevere and remain steadfast in our belief that what we want is already making its way to us. Releasing resistance is one of the most powerful steps you can take in manifesting the life you desire. Resistance is the internal tension that arises when we try to force things to happen, or when we hold on to fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs that prevent us from allowing what we truly want to flow into our lives. It's that inner voice that questions whether we are truly deserving of what we desire, or whether what we want is even possible. The key to manifesting with ease is learning to let go of this resistance, creating space for the universe to deliver what is already on its way to us. At its core, resistance stems from fear. It's the fear of the unknown, the fear of failure, or even the fear of success. It's that voice in your head that tells you that things are too good to be true, or that you're not good enough to receive what you desire. This fear creates tension, and that tension blocks the natural flow of energy that allows your desires to manifest. The more you hold on to fear and doubt, the more you push away the very things you want to attract. It's like trying to swim upstream against a current. No matter how hard you try, you're making things harder for yourself. The first step in releasing resistance is to recognize it. Often resistance is so ingrained in our thinking patterns that we don't even realize it's there. It can show up as self-doubt, procrastination, anxiety, or even physical tension in the body. Pay attention to the thoughts and feelings that arise when you think about your desires. Do you feel excited and aligned with your goals, or do you feel anxious and unsure? Do you trust that what you want is already on its way, or do you feel the need to control every detail of how it will happen? Recognizing resistance is the first step toward releasing it. Once you've identified where resistance is showing up in your life, the next step is to let go of the need to control the outcome. This doesn't mean that you stop taking action toward your goals, but it does mean that you stop trying to micromanage every step of the process. When you're constantly focused on how things will unfold, you're not allowing space for the universe to work its magic. You're limiting yourself to only what you can imagine, rather than being open to the infinite possibilities that exist. Letting go of control allows you to shift from a place of fear and doubt to a place of trust and faith. Trusting the process is essential in releasing resistance. It's about understanding that what you want is already on its way, even if you can't see it yet. Think of it like ordering something online. Once you've placed the order, you don't sit around worrying whether it will arrive. You trust that it's on its way, even though you can't physically see it moving toward you. Manifestation works in a similar way. When you set your intention, the universe begins to work behind the scenes to bring it to you. Your job is to trust that the process is unfolding in your favor, even when you can't see the evidence right away. Another powerful way to release resistance is by practicing mindfulness and staying present in the moment. Resistance often arises when we are too focused on the past or the future. We may dwell on past failures or mistakes, which creates doubt about our ability to succeed in the future. Or we may worry about how things will unfold, creating anxiety about outcomes that haven't even happened yet. By staying present, you bring your focus back to what you can control, the here and now. In this moment, there is no room for fear or doubt, because you are not projecting into the future or dwelling on the past. You are simply being, and in that state of being, you allow yourself to flow with life rather than resist it. It's also important to release any limiting beliefs that may be contributing to your resistance. Limiting beliefs are the stories we tell ourselves about why we can't have what we want or why we're not good enough to achieve our desires. These beliefs often stem from past experiences or societal conditioning, but they are not the truth of who you are. You have the power to rewrite these beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. Start by identifying the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Are you telling yourself that success is too hard to achieve? Or that love is out of reach for someone like you? Once you've identified these beliefs, challenge them. Ask yourself if they are truly serving you, and if not, replace them with affirmations that align with the truth of your worth and potential. Forgiveness is another crucial aspect of releasing resistance. Sometimes we hold on to past hurts, regrets, or disappointments which create emotional resistance in our lives. This emotional baggage weighs us down and prevents us from moving forward with a clear, open heart. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning the actions of others or pretending that hurtful experiences didn't happen. Instead, it's about freeing yourself from the emotional hold these experiences have over you. By forgiving yourself and others, you release the negative energy that is keeping you stuck and open yourself up to new possibilities. Releasing resistance also involves cultivating a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Scarcity thinking is rooted in the belief that there is not enough love, success, money, or opportunity. This belief creates resistance because it reinforces the idea that you must struggle or compete to get what you want. But abundance thinking is rooted in the understanding that there is more than enough for everyone and that the universe is infinitely generous. When you shift to an abundance mindset, you release the need to cling tightly to what you have or to chase after what you want. You begin to trust that what is meant for you will come to you effortlessly and in perfect timing. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for releasing resistance. When you focus on what you are grateful for in the present moment, you shift your energy from lack to abundance. Gratitude helps you recognize all the ways in which the universe is already supporting you, which reinforces your trust in the process. It also raises your vibration, aligning you with the energy of what you desire. The more grateful you are for what you already have, the more you open yourself up to receiving even more blessings. Lastly, releasing resistance requires self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on ourselves when things don't go as planned or when we feel like we're not progressing fast enough. But this self-criticism only creates more resistance. Instead, practice kindness and patience with yourself. Understand that you are a work in progress, and that's okay. There is no need to rush or force things to happen. The more gentle and loving you are with yourself, the easier it becomes to release resistance and allow the natural flow of life to guide you toward your desires. Alignment with your higher self is the process of connecting with the deepest, truest part of who you are, the part that knows your purpose, desires, and direction with absolute clarity. It's the part of you that is free from fear, doubt, and the distractions of the material world. This alignment allows you to live in harmony with your soul's calling and to attract what you truly desire effortlessly. When you are in alignment with your higher self, you are operating from a place of authenticity, inner peace, and deep trust in the universe's ability to guide you to exactly what you need. Your higher self is the essence of who you are beyond the limitations of the physical world. It is your purest form, untouched by the noise of society, ego, or any external factors. While your physical self may be influenced by daily pressures, fears, and doubts, your higher self always knows what's best for you. It's the source of your intuition, your deepest wisdom, and your truest desires. Aligning with this aspect of yourself means tuning into this internal guidance system and trusting its direction, even when it defies logic or the opinions of others. One of the most powerful steps toward aligning with your higher self is cultivating a sense of awareness and mindfulness. When you become aware of your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you start to notice the areas of your life where you are out of alignment with your true self. This awareness helps you recognize when you are acting out of fear, insecurity, or societal conditioning rather than from your inner truth. By observing these moments without judgment, you give yourself the opportunity to course correct and bring your actions back into alignment with your highest self. Meditation and introspection are two key practices that can help you connect with your higher self. Through quieting the mind and turning inward, you create space to hear the subtle whispers of your intuition. In the silence of meditation, you can tap into the wisdom and guidance of your higher self, free from the distractions and noise of everyday life. Regular meditation not only strengthens your connection with your higher self, but also helps you release the fears and doubts that may be clouding your vision. Intuition is the voice of your higher self. It often speaks softly, nudging you in the right direction with subtle feelings, gut instincts, or a deep inner knowing. While the ego might push you toward logical choices based on fear or external expectations, your intuition will always guide you toward what is in your highest good. The more you trust and act on your intuition, the stronger your connection with your higher self becomes. You'll start to notice that life flows more smoothly, opportunities arise effortlessly, and you feel more at peace with your decisions because they are coming from a place of inner alignment. Being in alignment with your higher self also means honoring your true desires. Often we suppress our deepest desires because we fear they are too grand, too unrealistic, or that others may judge us for them. But these desires are not random, they are the whispers of your soul guiding you toward your highest potential. When you ignore or downplay your desires, you disconnect from your higher self and create a sense of frustration, unease, or stagnation in your life. By fully embracing your desires and allowing yourself to dream big, you open the door for the universe to support you in manifesting your truest aspirations. One of the most important aspects of alignment is the understanding that what you seek is already within you. Your higher self knows that everything you need to fulfill your desires already exists. It is not something that has to be earned, fought for, or obtained from external sources. The feelings of joy, love, abundance, and success that you seek are already present within you. Your task is to align with those feelings and allow them to manifest in your outer reality. When you align with your higher self, you shift from a mindset of lack and scarcity to one of abundance and inner fulfillment. Letting go of the ego is also a crucial step in aligning with your higher self. The ego is the part of you that is driven by fear, control, and the need for validation from external sources. It's the voice that tells you that you need to achieve more, be more, or have more in order to be worthy or successful. But your higher self knows that your worth is inherent and unconditional. You don't need to prove anything or achieve external success to be worthy of love, happiness, or fulfillment. By releasing the ego's grip on your life, you allow your higher self to guide you from a place of love, trust, and surrender. Surrendering to the flow of life is another essential component of alignment. When you are aligned with your higher self, you trust that everything is happening in divine timing and for your highest good. You no longer feel the need to control or force outcomes because you trust that the universe is guiding you toward your desires in the perfect way. This sense of surrender doesn't mean giving up on your goals or desires. It means letting go of the need to know exactly how or when things will unfold. It's about releasing the need for control and trusting in the greater wisdom of the universe. Living in alignment with your higher self also means prioritizing self-care and self-love. Your higher self knows that you are worthy of love, rest, and nourishment, and it guides you to take care of your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. When you neglect yourself, you are not honoring the wisdom of your higher self. But when you prioritize your well-being, you create a strong foundation from which you can manifest your desires. Self-care allows you to stay grounded, present, and aligned with your true purpose. Gratitude is a powerful force that acts as a magnet for attracting abundance, joy, and the fulfillment of desires into your life. It is the practice of recognizing and appreciating the good that already exists, no matter how big or small. When you embrace gratitude, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you have, creating a positive energy that draws even more of what you desire into your reality. This shift in perspective not only transforms your emotional state, but also opens the door for the universe to deliver more blessings, because the energy of gratitude aligns you with abundance. At its core, gratitude is an acknowledgement that you are already provided for, that you are supported by the universe, and that life has already given you so much to be thankful for. This creates a vibration of contentment and fulfillment, which in turn attracts more of the same. The law of attraction states that like attracts like. So when you dwell in the energy of gratitude, you are vibrating at a frequency that is in harmony with abundance. The more you focus on what you are grateful for, the more the universe delivers experiences and opportunities that match that frequency. One of the most profound effects of gratitude is that it shifts your awareness from lack to abundance. Many people focus on what they don't have or what is missing in their lives, which creates feelings of frustration, scarcity, and dissatisfaction. This focus on lack keeps them stuck in a negative cycle, making it difficult to manifest their desires. Gratitude, however, is the antidote to this mindset. It breaks the cycle of scarcity by helping you recognize the richness that already exists in your life. This doesn't mean that you don't strive for more, but it means you are content with what is, and from that place of contentment you attract even more of what you seek. Another key aspect of gratitude is that it cultivates a sense of presence. When you are grateful, you are fully engaged in the present moment. You are not worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. You are fully immersed in the here and now, appreciating all that you have. This presence is powerful because the present moment is where all your creative energy resides. When you are present, you are able to align with the flow of life and tap into the infinite possibilities that are available to you. Gratitude keeps you grounded in the now, which is where true creation happens. In addition, gratitude creates a strong emotional state that fuels your manifestations. Emotions are powerful energy that drives the manifestation process, and gratitude is one of the highest vibrations you can hold. When you feel deeply grateful for something, you generate an emotional frequency that radiates out into the universe. This frequency acts like a beacon, drawing more of what you are grateful for into your life. The stronger your emotional connection to gratitude, the more potent your power to manifest becomes. Gratitude also acts as a catalyst for expanding your awareness. When you begin to intentionally practice gratitude, you start to notice blessings and opportunities that you may have previously overlooked. It heightens your sensitivity to the positive aspects of life, even in the smallest details. Whether it's the warmth of the sun on your skin, the kindness of a stranger, or the beauty of a flower, gratitude enhances your ability to see the good in all things. This expanded awareness allows you to tap into the limitless abundance of the universe, because you begin to realize that there is always something to be grateful for, no matter your circumstances. In challenging times, gratitude becomes even more crucial. It can be easy to slip into a mindset of negativity when things aren't going as planned, but gratitude offers a way to find peace and perspective in any situation. By focusing on the blessings you still have, even in the midst of adversity, you can shift your energy from one of despair to one of hope and resilience. Gratitude reminds you that even in difficult moments, there is something to appreciate, and this keeps you connected to the energy of abundance. It also strengthens your faith in the unfolding of your journey, knowing that every challenge brings growth, and that the universe is still working in your favor. One of the best ways to amplify the energy of gratitude is through a daily gratitude practice. This can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to reflect on what you are thankful for. Writing down 3 to 5 things you are grateful for each day is a powerful habit that can shift your entire mindset. Over time, you will find that your mind naturally starts to focus on the positive aspects of life, even in situations that used to trigger negative thoughts. This consistent practice of gratitude not only elevates your mood but also strengthens your ability to manifest what you desire. Another effective way to use gratitude as a magnet is by expressing gratitude for what you desire as if it has already happened. This is a powerful manifestation technique because it aligns your energy with the outcome you wish to create. By feeling gratitude for something before it has physically manifested, you are telling the universe that you already trust in its arrival. This creates a strong vibration of faith and certainty, which accelerates the manifestation process. For example, if you are working toward a particular goal, you can say, "I am so grateful for the success I have achieved, even if that success hasn't yet materialized." This signals to the universe that you are ready to receive it. Gratitude also deepens your relationships with others. When you express genuine gratitude toward the people in your life, you strengthen your connection with them and create a more positive, loving atmosphere. This positive energy not only improves your relationships but also attracts more harmonious connections and experiences into your life. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate gratitude because it creates a sense of warmth, appreciation, and positivity. By cultivating gratitude in your interactions with others, you create a ripple effect that enhances the quality of your relationships and attracts more supportive, loving people into your life. Visualizing the end is one of the most powerful techniques for manifesting your desires. It involves mentally and emotionally immersing yourself in the reality where your goals have already been achieved. When you consistently visualize your desired outcome as if it has already happened, you align yourself with the frequency of that reality. This alignment shifts your focus, energy, and actions toward making that vision a reality. The universe, in response, begins to orchestrate circumstances, people, and opportunities that match your visualization, bringing your desires closer to you. The key to effective visualization is not just seeing the outcome, but truly feeling it. When you close your eyes and imagine the end result, let your emotions engage fully. Feel the joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment that you would experience once your goal is achieved. Imagine the sights, sounds, and sensations of being in that moment. The more vivid and real you can make your visualization, the stronger the impact it has on your subconscious mind, which plays a crucial role in shaping your reality. Your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between a real experience and an imagined one. This is why visualization is so effective. By repeatedly visualizing your desired outcome, you are training your subconscious mind to accept it as your new reality. This programming helps to remove doubts and negative beliefs that might be standing in the way of your manifestation. When your subconscious mind fully believes that your goal is achievable, it works in harmony with the universe to bring about the conditions needed for your desire to manifest. One of the most important aspects of visualizing the end is to act as if you already have what you want. This means that during your visualization practice, you must embody the person who has already achieved the goal. Ask yourself, how would I feel? How would I behave? What decisions would I make by acting as though your desire is already fulfilled? You start to vibrate at the frequency of that outcome, which helps to collapse the time between where you are and where you want to be. Visualization also helps to strengthen your faith in the process of manifestation. It is easy to get discouraged when things don't seem to be happening as quickly as you'd like, but visualization keeps your focus on the end result, allowing you to remain confident and committed. Every time you visualize your desired outcome, you are reaffirming your belief that it is on its way. This unwavering belief is a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready to receive what you have asked for. Another benefit of visualizing the end is that it shifts your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. Instead of focusing on what you don't have or the gap between you and your goal, you are focusing on the reality in which your desires are already fulfilled. This focus on abundance keeps your energy high and your thoughts positive, which are essential components of manifestation. The more you focus on abundance, the more abundance you attract into your life. Consistency is key when it comes to visualization. It's not enough to visualize your goals once and expect instant results. You need to make it a regular practice, just like exercising a muscle. Set aside time each day to close your eyes and vividly imagine the end result you desire. Whether it's 5 minutes or half an hour, the important thing is to do it consistently. Over time, this practice will create a strong mental and emotional connection to your desired outcome, making it easier for you to attract it into your life. Visualization also plays a key role in overcoming obstacles. When challenges arise, it can be easy to lose sight of your goals or feel like giving up. But visualization helps you maintain clarity and focus, even in difficult times. By keeping your eyes on the end result, you are able to navigate challenges with greater ease and confidence. You begin to see obstacles as temporary detours rather than roadblocks, because your vision of the end is stronger than any temporary setback. It's also important to remember that visualization is not just a mental exercise, it is an energetic one. When you visualize, you are not only creating images in your mind, but also generating a powerful vibration that attracts what you desire. This is why it is essential to include emotion in your visualization practice. The emotions you generate during visualization amplify the energy you are sending out to the universe. This amplified energy creates a magnetic pull that brings your desires into your experience. Another powerful technique is to visualize yourself overcoming challenges or obstacles that might stand in your way. This is known as mental rehearsal, and it helps to prepare you for real-life situations by giving you the confidence to handle them. For example, if you are working toward a career goal and are faced with a major presentation or interview, you can visualize yourself succeeding in that situation. Imagine yourself speaking confidently, answering questions effortlessly, and receiving positive feedback. By mentally rehearsing the situation, you increase your chances of success when the actual moment arrives. Visualization is not just about focusing on the outcome, but also about enjoying the journey. When you visualize the end, you can also imagine the process of getting there. See yourself taking inspired action, feeling motivated, and overcoming any obstacles with ease. This helps you stay in a positive mindset throughout the manifestation process, rather than feeling frustrated or impatient. Visualization turns the journey into a joyful experience, which makes the manifestation even more rewarding when it happens. When you truly understand that everything you desire is already yours, there is an inner transformation that begins to take place. It's not simply about hoping or wishing for your dreams to come true, but about embodying the belief that they are already a reality. This shift in consciousness is the foundation of manifesting anything you want in life. The more you internalize this truth, the more the world around you will align with it. Your desires are not something that exist in the future, far off in some distant place, but rather they are present here and now, waiting for you to claim them. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. Every thought, every feeling, and every belief you hold shapes the reality you experience. If you think of your desires as distant or unattainable, they will remain so. However, if you embrace the truth that what you want has already found its way to you, your entire experience of life will change. You will begin to see opportunities where you previously saw obstacles. You will notice synchronicities and events unfolding in ways that support your desires. This is not coincidence, this is the natural result of your inner alignment with the truth of already having what you want. One of the key elements of this process is to consistently dwell in the state of the wish fulfilled. This means that instead of focusing on lack or what you don't yet have, you shift your attention to the feeling of already having it. Imagine what it would be like to live with your desires fully realized. How would you feel? What would your life look like? By living in the end and immersing yourself in the emotional experience of having your desires, you bring yourself into harmony with the frequency of that reality. And it's this harmony that draws your desires toward you. The physical world you see around you is a reflection of your inner world. If you want to change what you experience externally, you must first shift your internal state. This is where visualization comes into play. When you close your eyes and see the end result in your mind's eye, you are not simply daydreaming, you are planting the seeds of your future reality. And just like seeds need time to grow, so too does your desired outcome need time to unfold. But rest assured, once the seed is planted in your mind and nurtured through belief and focus, it will inevitably grow into your lived experience. It is essential to remember that there is no separation between you and your desires. The moment you conceive of something in your mind, it already exists in the realm of possibilities. Your task is not to figure out how or when it will manifest, but to maintain faith that it is already done. The how is not your responsibility. When you align with the feeling of already having what you want, the universe takes care of the details. Circumstances, people, and opportunities will be drawn to you in ways you could never have planned or predicted. Releasing resistance is a crucial aspect of this journey. Many times we unknowingly create barriers to receiving what we desire by holding on to fear, doubt, or the belief that things must happen in a certain way or within a certain time frame. These mental blocks keep us from fully allowing our desires to flow into our lives. To release resistance, you must surrender control and trust the process. Let go of the need to force things to happen and instead allow them to unfold naturally. When you release resistance, you open the door for the universe to work its magic. Patience is another vital component. Often people give up just before their desires are about to manifest, because they become impatient or discouraged by a lack of visible progress. But manifestation is like a river. Even when you cannot see the water flowing beneath the surface, it is still moving. Trust that the process is working, even if you don't yet see the full picture. Stay focused on the end result, maintain your belief, and keep moving forward. The moment you let go of impatience, you speed up the manifestation process, allowing things to happen in divine timing. Gratitude is a powerful magnet for bringing more of what you want into your life. When you express genuine appreciation for what you already have and for the things that are on their way to you, you amplify the energy of abundance. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from scarcity to fulfillment. The more grateful you are, the more you attract things to be grateful for. It's like tuning into a frequency where everything good flows effortlessly to you. By practicing gratitude regularly, you reinforce the belief that what you want is already yours. Alignment with your higher self is essential for manifesting your desires. Your higher self is the part of you that knows your true potential, that operates beyond the limits of fear, doubt, and evil. When you align with this aspect of yourself, you move through life with confidence, clarity, and purpose. You trust in the process of manifestation, because you know that everything is unfolding in perfect harmony with your soul's desires. This alignment helps you stay grounded in faith, even when challenges arise, because you understand that your higher self is guiding you every step of the way. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process because it allows you to see the end result clearly in your mind. By visualizing the outcome you want, you are not just imagining a future reality, you are energetically creating it. The more vividly you can picture your desired outcome, the more real it becomes in your subconscious mind. And as your subconscious mind accepts this new reality, it works to bring it into your physical experience. But remember, visualization is not just about seeing, it's about feeling. Feel the emotions of having already achieved your goal, and let those emotions guide your actions. One additional key to manifesting your desires is cultivating unwavering faith. Faith is not just hope or wishful thinking, it is a deep inner knowing that what you desire is already done. It's the conviction that no matter what the external circumstances may look like, your desires are on their way. Faith allows you to move through life with a sense of ease and certainty, knowing that everything is working out for your highest good. It enables you to stay calm and centered, even in the face of challenges or delays, because you trust that the universe is always working in your favor. Faith is what bridges the gap between your current reality and the reality you desire to create. It gives you the strength to keep going, even when things don't seem to be happening as quickly as you'd like. It keeps you focused on the end result, rather than getting caught up in the obstacles along the way. With faith, you know that every step you take is bringing you closer to your goal, even if you can't yet see the full picture. This unwavering belief acts as a magnet, drawing your desires toward you with unstoppable force. Lastly, it's important to recognize the power of inspired action. While it's true that your desires are already on their way to you, this doesn't mean you can sit back and do nothing. Inspired action is action that comes from a place of alignment, from the inner knowing that what you want is already yours. It's not about forcing things to happen or struggling to make progress, it's about taking steps that feel natural and effortless, because they are in alignment with your desires. These actions are guided by your intuition and are often accompanied by a sense of excitement or enthusiasm. When you take inspired action, you are moving in the direction of your desires with ease and flow. You don't need to worry about how everything will come together, because you trust that the universe is guiding you. Each step you take brings you closer to the manifestation of your desires, and often the path unfolds in ways you could never have predicted. Inspired action is a partnership between you and the universe. You do your part by taking steps toward your goal, and the universe does its part by aligning circumstances and opportunities in your favor. In this process of manifesting your desires, everything begins and ends with belief. When you believe that what you want has already found its way to you, you align yourself with the reality where it already exists. This alignment creates a powerful energetic shift that brings your desires closer and closer to you. The key is to stay focused on the end result, to trust the process, and to take inspired action when it feels right. With patience, faith, and unwavering belief, you will see your desires manifest in ways that exceed your wildest dreams. In conclusion, the realization that what you desire has already found its way to you is a profound shift in consciousness. It's not about striving or waiting, but about believing that it is already done. When you align with this belief, you naturally release resistance, embody patience, and take inspired action. Trust in the power of your thoughts and the energy you radiate. Stay connected to gratitude, visualize the end result, and align with your higher self. As you move forward with unwavering faith, the universe responds in kind, and what you seek begins to flow effortlessly into your life. Everything you desire is already on its way. All you need to do is claim it. We are creators, sculptors of our lives, molding each experience with our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. The mind, vast and powerful, holds within it keys to the manifestation of our deepest desires. But here's the truth: many struggle to grasp what you seek, you already possess. This is not an abstract philosophical concept, but a reality, as real as the breath you take. The fulfillment of your desires, whatever they may be, already exists in the world within you. The art, the true mastery, is in realizing this truth and aligning your outer reality with that inner knowing. We live in a world that constantly tells us to work harder and push further to achieve what we want. While effort is part of the process, it is not the entirety of it. The secret to manifestation lies in the power of assumption. To assume that your desire is already fulfilled is to transcend the limitations of the external world and move into a dimension where your wish is a reality. When you assume something, you accept it as true without requiring physical proof. It becomes a part of you, a certainty that reshapes the world around you. Imagine for a moment you're in a theater watching a film. As the movie unfolds, you become engrossed in the characters, the drama, the highs and lows of their journey. But then a realization dawns on you: this is a script, carefully crafted with every scene, every dialogue already predetermined. You no longer worry about the outcome because you understand that the conclusion has already been written. Life is much like that theater experience. The script of your desires has already been written. The outcomes, the success, the love, the abundance you crave, they exist. But you must shift your perspective to recognize that you are not merely an observer. In this theater, you are both the audience and the director. You have the power to alter the scenes, rewrite the dialogue, and shape the narrative. But how do we do this? By assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. What you feel deeply, you will manifest. Your emotions are the compass, guiding you toward the realization of your desires. When you feel something as though it is already real, you bring it into your world. Many of us go through life chasing after goals, thinking that the attainment of those goals will bring the emotions we seek: joy, fulfillment, love. But the truth is that those emotions are the catalyst, not the result. Think of a time when you desired something intensely: a job, a relationship, a goal. Now remember how you felt when you received it. The feeling of accomplishment or satisfaction wasn't something external. It was an internal response to the fulfillment of your desire. What if you could tap into that feeling before the physical manifestation? This is the key. You must feel now as though your wish has already been fulfilled. This may seem challenging at first. We are so used to looking at our external circumstances for validation that it feels unnatural to assume that what we want is already ours. But the outer world is simply a reflection of the inner. It is a mirror that reflects back to us the state of our consciousness. When you change your internal state, the outer world must shift to align with it. To live in the end means to carry within yourself the belief that your desire is not something distant, not something that will happen someday, but rather it is happening now. It is here. You must embody the person who has already achieved the goal. How would you feel if your wish were fulfilled? How would you act? How would your daily life change? Begin to walk, speak, and think as if your desire is a present reality. If you seek abundance, live in the mindset of abundance. If you desire love, carry the feeling of being deeply loved. It is not about pretending or forcing yourself into a false state of mind. It is about genuinely shifting your inner consciousness to reflect the outcome you desire. You become the living embodiment of your wish fulfilled, and as you do, the outer world must conform. Let us consider this principle in the context of a simple analogy. Picture yourself planting a seed in the ground. You do not dig it up every day to check if it is growing. You trust that it will bloom in its own time. You water it, give it sunlight, and nurture it, knowing that beneath the surface, life is stirring. In the same way, when you plant the seed of a desire in your mind, trust that it is growing. Do not dig it up with doubt or impatience. Nurture it with faith, and it will blossom. Consciousness is the foundation of all creation. Everything you experience in the outer world is a projection of your inner state. Your beliefs, thoughts, and emotions shape the circumstances of your life. If you believe in lack, you will experience lack. If you believe in abundance, you will experience abundance. The law of consciousness is impartial. It does not judge whether your thoughts are positive or negative. It simply reflects back to you the state of your inner world. This is why it is so essential to guard your thoughts and emotions. You are always creating, whether you realize it or not. Every moment of every day, you are shaping your reality through your consciousness. If you focus on fear, doubt, and worry, those emotions will become the fabric of your experiences. But if you focus on love, joy, and fulfillment, your life will transform in ways you cannot even imagine. It is easy to fall into the trap of thinking that the world outside of you must change before you can feel at peace. But the reverse is true. When you shift your inner state, the world around you will naturally shift to reflect that change. The circumstances you face are simply the result of your past consciousness. If you want to change your future, you must begin by changing your present consciousness. The past is gone, the future has not yet come. The only moment that exists is now, and it is in this present moment that all creation takes place. When you dwell in the past, you recreate the same patterns of thought and experience. When you worry about the future, you bring anxiety into your present. But when you focus on the now, you have the power to shape your life in any direction you choose. In this present moment, you can choose to align with the reality of your wish fulfilled. It does not matter what has happened in the past. It does not matter what obstacles seem to stand in your way. The only thing that matters is how you feel and what you believe right now. Begin to feel the joy, the satisfaction, the peace of having your desire already realized. Feel it so deeply that it becomes a part of you. Your inner world will begin to shift, and soon the outer world will follow. It must, because the outer world is merely a reflection of the inner. One of the most common obstacles people face when manifesting their desires is the need to control the how. We often get caught up in the details, trying to figure out the exact steps that will lead to the fulfillment of our wish. But this need for control is rooted in doubt and fear. When you truly believe that your desire is already fulfilled, you do not worry about how it will come to pass. You trust that the universe will arrange the circumstances, people, and events necessary to bring your desire into reality. Let go of the need to control the process. Your only job is to maintain the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Trust in the unfolding of the universe. Trust that the same power that created the stars and the oceans is working within you to manifest your desires. You do not need to know how it will happen, you only need to know that it will happen. Consider a river flowing steadily toward the ocean. The river does not question how it will reach its destination. It simply flows, trusting that the path will unfold before it. In the same way, you must trust that the path to your desire will reveal itself as you move forward in faith. One of the most important aspects of this process is persistence. It is not enough to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled for a few moments and then revert to old patterns of thought. You must persist in this assumption until it becomes second nature. The mind holds the immense power to shape our reality. Within every thought and belief lies the seed of creation, waiting to take form in the external world. The key to unlocking this potential, however, is not through struggle or sheer effort alone, but through the subtle yet profound act of assumption. Assumption, in this context, is the act of accepting as true the reality of what you desire, without needing any proof from the physical world. It is about knowing with complete certainty that what you wish for already exists, and that you are simply in the process of witnessing it materialize. This approach shifts our perspective from one of lack and longing to one of fulfillment and possession. When you assume something, you are not merely entertaining a fleeting idea or daydream. Assumption is about taking that desire and living as though it is already a part of your current reality. It is a deep, unwavering belief that moves beyond hope or wishful thinking. Think about it like this: when you assume that something is true, you no longer question it. It becomes a fact in your mind. For instance, when you wake up in the morning and see the sun rising, you don't question whether the sun is truly there. You simply assume its presence because you trust in its existence. This is the same mindset you must adopt when it comes to your desires. To assume that your desire is already fulfilled, you must stop looking for external evidence. The world around you may seem unchanged at first, but this is irrelevant. What matters is that, internally, you have shifted your perception. You have planted the seed of your wish in the soil of your consciousness, and just as with any seed, you must give it time to grow. The external world will eventually reflect your inner belief, but it begins with the assumption that what you desire is already here. This principle is not about ignoring reality or pretending that things are different than they are. It is about recognizing that the external world is a mirror, reflecting back to us the state of our inner world. When you assume the fulfillment of your desire, you are actively shifting your inner world, and in doing so, the outer world must eventually conform. It may take time for the physical manifestation to appear, but it will, because the universe cannot help but align with your belief. One of the most important components of this process is feeling. It is not enough to simply think about your desire. You must feel it deeply, as though it has already come to pass. Emotion is the fuel that powers the engine of manifestation. It is the bridge between the world of thought and the world of form. Without feeling, thoughts remain abstract and disconnected from reality. But when you feel something deeply, you bring it into focus, giving it life and substance. Consider for a moment the emotions you experience when you achieve something you've longed for. There is a sense of joy, satisfaction, and often relief. These emotions are not tied to the external event itself, but to your internal response to it. The key to manifestation is learning to feel those emotions before the external event occurs. When you do this, you create a powerful magnetic force that draws your desire toward you. Many people make the mistake of waiting for the external world to give them a reason to feel a certain way. They say, I'll be happy when I get that promotion, or I'll feel loved when I find the right partner. But this mindset places power outside of yourself, making you a passive observer of your life. The truth is that you can feel those emotions now, regardless of your external circumstances. And when you do, you align yourself with the reality you wish to create. This is why feeling is so essential in the manifestation process. It acts as a signal to the universe, telling it what to bring into your experience. When you feel as though your wish is already fulfilled, you are broadcasting a frequency of completion, and the universe responds by aligning your reality with that frequency. It is not about faking your emotions or forcing yourself to feel something you don't truly believe. It is about genuinely tapping into the emotional state that corresponds with the fulfillment of your desire. To live as though your desire is already fulfilled, you must first become intimately familiar with the feeling of having it. How would you feel if your wish were already a reality? How would you carry yourself? How would you approach each day? These are important questions to ask yourself, because the answers will guide you in embodying the state of fulfillment. Living in the end means thinking, feeling, and acting as if your desire is a present reality. It requires you to step out of the mindset of longing and into the mindset of possession. Many people get stuck in a cycle of wanting, always focused on what they don't have. But this focus on lack only perpetuates more lack. When you live in the end, you bypass the feeling of wanting altogether and move directly into the feeling of having. Let's take an example to illustrate this concept. Imagine you desire a new job, one that pays better and offers more fulfillment. Instead of focusing on how much you dislike your current job or how difficult it is to find a new one, shift your focus to the feeling of already having that new job. Picture yourself walking into your ideal workplace. Feel the sense of pride and accomplishment as you take on new responsibilities. Experience the satisfaction of receiving a higher paycheck. When you live in this state of mind consistently, you begin to align your inner world with the reality of having that job. And soon, opportunities will arise that lead you toward it. The challenge for many people is maintaining this mindset, especially when the external world seems unchanged. It can be tempting to fall back into old patterns of doubt and worry. But the key to living in the end is persistence. You must continue to embody the state of fulfillment, even when there is no visible evidence that your desire is on its way. The external world is slow to change, but it will change if you remain steadfast in your belief. The law of consciousness underpins all of this. It is the foundation upon which reality is built. Your consciousness, the thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, and the emotions you feel shapes the world around you. Every experience you have, every person you meet, every situation you encounter is a reflection of your inner state of being. This is why changing your consciousness is the most powerful tool you have in creating the life you want. If you believe that the world is a hostile place full of struggle and hardship, that belief will manifest in your life. You will encounter situations that reinforce your belief, and those situations will, in turn, deepen your conviction. This is the cycle of consciousness. What you believe becomes your reality, and your reality reinforces what you believe. But the beauty of this law is that it works both ways. Just as negative beliefs can create negative experiences, positive beliefs can create positive experiences. When you shift your consciousness to align with the reality of your desire, the outer world must follow. This is not a matter of chance or luck. It is a universal law. The world around you is a mirror, reflecting back the state of your inner consciousness. If you want to change the reflection, you must first change what is being projected. This is why it is so important to be aware of your thoughts and emotions. Every thought you think, every feeling you hold contributes to the creation of your reality. Many people go through life on autopilot, unaware of the power they wield. They allow negative thoughts and emotions to dominate their consciousness, not realizing that they are shaping their reality in the process. But once you become aware of this law, you gain control over your life. You realize that you are not a victim of circumstance, but a creator of circumstance. When you understand the law of consciousness, you no longer wait for the world to change so that you can feel fulfilled. You know that fulfillment comes from within, and that the external world will shift to match your inner state. This is a profound realization, one that can transform every aspect of your life. It frees you from the need to chase after things or force outcomes. Instead, you focus on aligning your consciousness with the reality you wish to create, knowing that the outer world will inevitably conform. The present moment is where all creation takes place. Many people spend their lives either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. But the past is gone, and the future has not yet arrived. The only moment that truly exists is now, and it is in this moment that you have the power to shape your reality. When you focus on the present, you free yourself from the limitations of the past. You are no longer bound by old patterns of thought or behavior. You can choose in this moment to align your consciousness with the reality you desire. This is the essence of living in the now. It is about recognizing that the present is where your power lies. The challenge for many people is that they are so conditioned to look to the past for validation or to the future for hope that they miss the opportunity to create in the present. They hold on to memories of past failures or anxieties about future uncertainties, and in doing so, they create more of the same. But when you focus on the present, you step into the role of creator. You become fully aware of your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, and you can consciously choose to align them with the reality you wish to experience. This is not to say that you should ignore the past or disregard the future. But it is important to remember that the past is only relevant to the extent that you allow it to be. If you continue to dwell on past disappointments or mistakes, you will carry those experiences into the present. Similarly, if you are constantly focused on the future, waiting for some external event to bring you happiness or fulfillment, you will miss the opportunity to create that happiness in the now. When you shift your focus to the present moment, you open yourself up to infinite possibilities. You are no longer limited by what has happened or what might happen. You are fully engaged in the process of creation, shaping your reality with each thought, feeling, and belief. This is where your power lies in the present, where you can consciously choose to align with the fulfillment of your desires. In the manifestation process, one of the greatest obstacles people face is the need to control the how. We are often so focused on figuring out the exact steps that will lead to the fulfillment of our desires that we lose sight of the bigger picture. But this need for control is rooted in doubt and fear. When you truly believe that your desire is already fulfilled, you do not need to worry about how it will happen. You trust that the universe is arranging the circumstances necessary to bring your desire into physical form. The how is not your concern. Your only job is to maintain the feeling of the wish fulfilled and to trust in the process. This is a difficult concept for many to grasp, especially in a world that emphasizes planning and control. But when you let go of the need to control the outcome, you allow the universe to work its magic. Consider the example of a river flowing toward the ocean. The river does not question how it will reach its destination. It does not try to control the direction or the speed of the flow. It simply follows the path that has been laid out for it, trusting that it will reach the ocean in due time. In the same way, you must trust that the path to your desire is unfolding, even if you cannot see it clearly at the moment. Letting go of the how does not mean giving up on your desire or being passive in the process. It means trusting that the universe is orchestrating the perfect conditions for your desire to manifest, and that your role is to remain aligned with the feeling of fulfillment. When you release the need to control, you free yourself from the anxiety and doubt that often accompany the manifestation process. You become more open to unexpected opportunities and synchronicities that can lead you toward your goal. Trust is a key element of manifestation. You must trust in yourself, in the process, and in the universe. Trust that your desire is already fulfilled, even if you cannot see the evidence yet. This trust allows you to remain focused on the end result, rather than getting bogged down by the details of how it will come to pass. It allows you to move through life with a sense of ease and flow, knowing that everything is working in your favor. The importance of faith in the manifestation process cannot be overstated. Faith is the unwavering belief in the unseen, the knowing that what you desire is already on its way to you, even if there is no physical evidence of it yet. Faith is not about wishful thinking or blind optimism. It is about a deep inner conviction that the universe is working behind the scenes to bring your desires to fruition. This kind of faith allows you to remain calm and centered, even when circumstances seem to suggest otherwise. When you have faith in the manifestation process, you are able to move through life with a sense of trust and ease. You no longer feel the need to force or control outcomes, because you understand that the universe has a plan for how your desires will manifest. Faith allows you to let go of the need for immediate results, knowing that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. It gives you the patience to allow the process to unfold naturally, without interference from doubt or fear. One of the biggest challenges people face when manifesting their desires is the temptation to give up when results do not appear immediately. It is easy to get discouraged when you do not see any evidence of your desire in the external world. But faith is what carries you through these moments of doubt. It is the anchor that keeps you grounded in the knowing that your desire is on its way, even if you cannot yet see it. Faith allows you to hold on to the feeling of the wish fulfilled, even when the outer world seems unchanged. Faith is not passive, it is active. It requires you to take ownership of your thoughts and emotions, to actively align yourself with the reality of your desire. It means choosing to believe in the outcome you want, even when external circumstances suggest otherwise. This is not always easy, especially in a world that places so much emphasis on logic and evidence. But faith operates on a different level. It does not require proof, it only requires belief. When you have faith, you are able to maintain a state of inner peace, even in the face of adversity. You trust that everything is happening for your highest good, and that the universe is aligning circumstances to bring your desires to fruition. This trust allows you to stay focused on your goal, rather than getting distracted by temporary setbacks or challenges. Faith gives you the strength to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear. To embody the wish fulfilled means to not only believe that your desire is already yours, but to also live as though it is a present reality. This is a critical aspect of the manifestation process, because it shifts your energy from one of lack to one of abundance. When you embody the wish fulfilled, you are no longer waiting for your desire to manifest, you are living as though it already has. This subtle shift in consciousness has a profound impact on your reality. Think about how you would feel and act if your desire were already fulfilled. Would you carry yourself with more confidence? Would you approach your day with more joy and enthusiasm? When you embody the wish fulfilled, you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the reality of having what you desire. This alignment creates a powerful magnetic field that attracts your desire to you. Embodying the wish fulfilled requires you to step into the version of yourself that has already achieved the goal. It is not about pretending or forcing yourself into a state of mind that feels unnatural. Instead, it is about deeply connecting with the feeling of having what you want and allowing that feeling to guide your actions and decisions. When you embody the wish fulfilled, you are no longer focused on the absence of what you want. Instead, you are focused on the presence of it in your life. This practice is especially important when it comes to overcoming limiting beliefs. Many people hold deep-seated beliefs that they are not worthy of their desires, or that what they want is impossible to achieve. These beliefs create a sense of separation between where they are and where they want to be. But when you embody the wish fulfilled, you dissolve that separation. You begin to see yourself as the person who already has what you desire, and this shift in identity allows your desire to manifest more easily. Living in this state of fulfillment also changes the way you interact with the world. When you believe that your desire is already fulfilled, you approach life with a sense of gratitude and appreciation. You are no longer chasing after things or feeling frustrated by their absence. Instead, you are able to enjoy the present moment, knowing that everything you want is on its way to you. This state of gratitude is a powerful force that amplifies your ability to manifest your desires. Shifting your inner consciousness is the key to changing your outer reality. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are the foundation upon which your life is built. If you want to change your external circumstances, you must first change what is happening within. This requires a deep level of self-awareness and the willingness to examine the thoughts and beliefs that are shaping your reality. Many people go through life unaware of the power their consciousness holds. They allow their thoughts to run on autopilot, reacting to external circumstances rather than consciously shaping them. But the truth is that your outer world is a direct reflection of your inner state. If you want to see different results in your life, you must first shift your consciousness to align with the reality you desire. Shifting your consciousness begins with becoming aware of the thoughts and beliefs that are currently shaping your reality. What do you believe about yourself and your ability to manifest your desires? Do you believe that you are worthy of success and happiness? Or do you hold limiting beliefs that keep you stuck in patterns of lack and struggle? These beliefs are often deeply ingrained, and it takes time and effort to change them. But once you become aware of them, you can begin the process of shifting your consciousness. One of the most effective ways to shift your consciousness is through the practice of visualization. Visualization allows you to mentally rehearse the reality you want to create. By vividly imagining yourself living in the state of your wish fulfilled, you begin to rewire your brain to align with that reality. Visualization helps you to embody the feelings and emotions associated with having what you desire, and this shifts your consciousness in a powerful way. Affirmations are another tool for shifting consciousness. By repeating positive statements that affirm the reality you want to create, you can begin to replace negative or limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Affirmations help to reprogram your subconscious mind, which plays a crucial role in shaping your reality. When you consistently feed your mind with positive, empowering thoughts, you create a new inner narrative that aligns with the life you want to live. Meditation is also a powerful tool for shifting consciousness. It allows you to quiet the mind and tap into a deeper level of awareness. Through meditation, you can connect with the infinite potential that exists within you and begin to release the thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you. Meditation helps you to cultivate a state of inner peace and clarity, which is essential for manifesting your desires. The process of shifting consciousness is not always easy, especially if you are working to overcome deeply ingrained beliefs. But with consistent practice, you can begin to change the way you think and feel, and this will ultimately change the way you experience the world. When you shift your inner consciousness, you create a new vibrational frequency that attracts different people, opportunities, and circumstances into your life. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. Many people operate from a place of fear and lack, always focusing on what they don't have or what they are afraid of losing. But when you shift your consciousness to one of abundance, you begin to see the world as a place of limitless possibilities. You start to notice opportunities where you once saw obstacles, and you begin to attract more of what you want into your life. Persistence is one of the most important elements of the manifestation process. It is not enough to visualize your desires or to embody the wish fulfilled for a short period of time. You must persist in the assumption that your desire is already a reality, even when the outer world seems unchanged. This requires a level of dedication and commitment that goes beyond mere wishing or hoping. The reason persistence is so important is that the physical world often takes time to catch up with your inner reality. Manifestation is not always instantaneous, and there may be periods where it seems like nothing is happening. During these times, it is easy to fall back into old patterns of doubt and fear. But persistence is what allows you to maintain your focus and keep your energy aligned with the outcome you want. Persistence is not about forcing or pushing. It is about holding on to the feeling of the wish fulfilled and trusting that the universe is working on your behalf. It is about maintaining your faith and belief, even when there is no physical evidence to support it. This kind of persistence requires inner strength and resilience, especially in the face of challenges or setbacks. And one of the biggest obstacles to persistence is the temptation to give up too soon. Many people abandon their desires when they don't see immediate results, thinking that manifestation doesn't work or that they are doing something wrong. But manifestation is a process, and it often takes time for the physical world to align with your inner vision. If you give up too soon, you cut off the flow of energy that is bringing your desire to you. Persistence also requires you to be consistent in your thoughts, feelings, and actions. It is not enough to visualize your desire once or twice and then forget about it. You must continually align yourself with the reality you want to create. This means regularly checking in with yourself to ensure that your thoughts and emotions are in harmony with your desire. It also means taking inspired action when opportunities arise, rather than sitting back and waiting for things to happen. Another aspect of persistence is the ability to stay focused on your desire, even in the face of distractions or competing priorities. In today's fast-paced world, it is easy to get sidetracked by external demands and lose sight of your goals. But persistence requires you to stay committed to your vision, even when life gets busy or challenging. This doesn't mean that you should neglect other areas of your life, but it does mean that you should make your desire a priority and continue to nurture it. Persistence also involves patience. It is natural to want immediate results, but the manifestation process doesn't always work on our timeline. There may be delays or obstacles along the way, but these are often necessary parts of the process. Sometimes what appears to be a setback is actually a detour that is leading you to something even better. Persistence requires you to trust the timing of the universe and to remain patient as your desire unfolds. Finally, persistence involves the ability to remain flexible and open to new possibilities. The path to your desire may not always unfold in the way you expect. There may be unexpected twists and turns, but these are often opportunities in disguise. Persistence requires you to stay open to new ideas and solutions, even if they don't fit with your original plan. By remaining flexible, you allow the universe to bring your desire to you in the best possible way. Ultimately, persistence is about staying committed to your vision, no matter what. It is about continuing to align yourself with the reality you want to create, even in the face of doubt or adversity. When you persist in the assumption of the wish fulfilled, you create a powerful momentum that cannot be stopped. The universe must respond to your unwavering belief, and eventually, your desire will manifest in your life. The journey of manifesting desires is a deeply personal one, but it operates on universal principles that apply to every person, no matter their background, circumstances, or beliefs. As you continue to immerse yourself in this process, you will begin to understand that the most profound transformations occur not in the physical world around you, but within the depths of your own consciousness. The outer world, as beautiful or challenging as it may seem, is merely a reflection of what you hold true inside. The power to shape your destiny lies in the thoughts you think, the emotions you feel, and the beliefs you feel, and the beliefs you nurture. Many people live their lives as if they are at the mercy of circumstances. They feel as though life is happening to them rather than through them. But once you realize that you are not a passive participant in the game of life, everything changes. The idea that life is responding to you, not the other way around, is a fundamental shift in understanding that can empower you beyond measure. This realization is the key to unlocking your potential as a conscious creator. To manifest your desires, you must become intimately acquainted with the inner workings of your mind. The mind, for most people, operates in habitual patterns. These patterns were often established in childhood, shaped by family, society, and life experiences. While many of these patterns are useful, such as learning how to tie your shoes or drive a car, others can limit your potential. Limiting beliefs, often ingrained so deeply that you're unaware of them, can sabotage your efforts at creating the life you want. Limiting beliefs are like invisible barriers that keep you from realizing your true potential. They manifest as thoughts such as "I'm not good enough," "I don't deserve success," or "things never work out for me." These beliefs may have been passed down from parents, teachers, or peers, but over time you accepted them as truth. The problem is, once a belief is accepted as true, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe you are not worthy of success, you will unconsciously act in ways that prevent success from coming into your life. If you believe that life is hard and full of struggle, you will attract situations that reinforce that belief. The good news is that beliefs can be changed. Just as they were learned, they can be unlearned and replaced with new, empowering beliefs that support your goals and desires. This process requires introspection and the willingness to challenge the thoughts that arise in your mind. Every time you notice a limiting belief, ask yourself, is this really true? Do I have evidence to support this belief? Or have I simply accepted it without question by question your beliefs? You begin to weaken their hold on you. Eventually, you can replace them with beliefs that are more aligned with the reality you want to create. One of the most effective ways to replace limiting beliefs is through the power of repetition. Your mind is like a garden, and your beliefs are the seeds you plant. If you consistently water the seeds of limiting beliefs, they will grow into weeds that choke the garden of your consciousness. But if you plant seeds of empowering beliefs and water them consistently with positive thoughts and emotions, they will grow into beautiful flowers that enhance every aspect of your life. Affirmations are one of the most powerful tools you can use to reprogram your mind and replace limiting beliefs. An affirmation is a positive statement that affirms the reality you want to create. When you repeat an affirmation regularly, it begins to take root in your subconscious mind. Over time, the affirmation becomes a belief, and that belief shapes your reality. For example, if you want to manifest financial abundance, you might use affirmations such as, I am abundant in all areas of my life, or money flows to me easily and effortlessly at first. These statements might feel uncomfortable or untrue. This is because your current beliefs about money may be rooted in lack and struggle. But the more you repeat the affirmations, the more your subconscious mind will begin to accept them as true. Eventually, your thoughts and actions will align with your new beliefs, and you will begin to attract opportunities for financial abundance. The key to using affirmations effectively is to not only repeat them, but to feel them. It's not enough to say the words mechanically, you must infuse them with emotion. When you say, I am abundant, allow yourself to feel the joy, freedom, and security that come with abundance. Visualize what your life would look like if you were already living in that state of abundance. The combination of positive emotion and repetition is what makes affirmation so powerful. Visualization is another tool that can help you shift your consciousness and manifest your desires. The mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. This is why you can watch a movie and feel emotions as if you were actually experiencing the events on screen. When you visualize your desires as though they have already manifested, you send a powerful signal to your subconscious mind. This signal begins to reshape your beliefs, thoughts, and emotions to align with the reality you want to create. When you meditate, you create a space for new ideas, insights, and inspirations to flow into your consciousness. These ideas often come from a place beyond the logical mind, and they can guide you toward the fulfillment of your desires in ways that you would never have considered. Meditation also helps you to release resistance and attachment to specific outcomes, which is crucial for allowing the manifestation process to unfold naturally. As you meditate, focus on your breath and allow your thoughts to come and go without attachment. If you find your mind wandering, gently bring your attention back to your breath. With practice, you will begin to experience moments of deep stillness and inner peace. It is in these moments that you can connect with the infinite intelligence of the universe and receive guidance on how to move forward in your manifestation process. In addition to the mental and emotional work involved in manifestation, there is also an element of action. Many people misunderstand the concept of manifestation and think that it is purely a mental or spiritual process. While it is true that your thoughts and emotions are the foundation of your reality, action is what brings your desires into physical form. However, the action required in manifestation is not about forcing or struggling. It is about taking inspired action that feels aligned with your desire and flows naturally from your state of being. Inspired action is different from effortful action because it is fueled by joy, excitement, and intuition rather than fear or obligation. When you are aligned with the reality of your wish fulfilled, opportunities for inspired action will naturally present themselves. You might have a sudden idea, meet someone who can help you, or come across a resource that supports your goal. The key is to remain open and receptive to these opportunities and to act on them when they arise. Inspired action often feels effortless because it is in alignment with the flow of the universe. One of the reasons people struggle with manifestation is because they try to force things to happen before the timing is right. They feel the need to control every aspect of the process, which creates resistance and blocks the natural flow of energy. But when you take inspired action, you are allowing the universe to work through you. You are co-creating with the infinite intelligence that knows the best and most efficient way to bring your desires into reality. As you move forward in your manifestation journey, it is important to cultivate a mindset of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotional states you can embody because it shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. When you are grateful for the blessings in your life, you send a signal to the universe that you are open to receiving more. Gratitude amplifies the energy of abundance and attracts more of what you want into your experience. To cultivate gratitude, take time each day to reflect on the things you are thankful for. These can be big things like a loving relationship or a successful career, or small things like a beautiful sunset or a kind word from a friend. The more you practice gratitude, the more you will begin to notice the many blessings that surround you. This shift in focus will raise your vibration and align you with the energy of your desires. To overcome feelings of unworthiness, it is essential to cultivate a deep sense of self-love and acceptance. This means honoring yourself as you are, without judgment or criticism. It means recognizing that you are deserving of all the good things life has to offer, simply because you exist. You do not need to earn your worthiness, it is inherent in who you are. As you cultivate self-love, you will naturally raise your vibration and attract more of what you want into your life. You will no longer feel the need to prove yourself or seek validation from others. Instead, you will approach life from a place of confidence and inner peace, knowing that you are worthy of all the love, success, and abundance you desire. Self-love also involves taking care of yourself on a physical, emotional, and spiritual level. This means nourishing your body with healthy food, getting enough rest, and engaging in activities that bring you joy. It also means setting boundaries and saying no to things that drain your energy or do not align with your values. When you prioritize your well-being, you send a powerful message to the universe that you value yourself and are open to receiving more of what you want. The process of manifesting your desires is not always linear. There will be moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty along the way. But these moments are part of the journey, and they offer valuable opportunities for growth and learning. When challenges arise, it is important to approach them with curiosity rather than resistance. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can this experience help me grow and align more fully with my desires? As you continue on this journey, remember that manifestation is not just about getting what you want. It is about becoming the person you were always meant to be. It is about stepping into your power as a conscious creator and recognizing that you have the ability to shape your reality in ways you never thought possible. It is about cultivating a deeper connection with yourself, with the universe, and with the infinite potential that exists within you. In conclusion, the power to manifest your desires lies within you, shaped by the thoughts you think, the emotions you feel, and the beliefs you hold. Manifestation is not a distant possibility, but a present reality that you can tap into by shifting your consciousness and aligning with the truth that what you seek is already yours. By cultivating unwavering faith, embodying the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and persistently holding that inner vision, you can shape your external world to reflect your deepest desires. As you practice living in the end, trusting the process, and taking inspired action, you will discover that the path to manifestation is as much about the inner transformation as it is about the outer results. With persistence, gratitude, and self-love, you become a co-creator with the universe, opening yourself to endless possibilities and the fulfillment of your dreams. Embrace the journey with patience and faith, knowing that everything you desire is not just possible, but inevitable when you align your mind, heart, and spirit with the flow of creation.